and welcome viewers to yet another podcast from IEC GM 2025 at Bharat Mandapam, New Delhi. We are honored to have on our podcast today Professor Rajat Mona, Director IIT Gandhinagar, Divisional Council Chairman LITD BIS. AI today is omnipresent, I think. We talked about the IQ, then we talked about the emotional quotient, and now we are talking about the spiritual quotient, SQ. So, sir, in today's world, what is the role of ethics when we are talking about artificial intelligence, sir?
AI is very much in use, and I think AI had always been in use. I mean, knowingly or unknowingly, we have been using a lot of AI. When we actually go through Google Map from one place to other place, it's an AI application. When we actually talk to somebody over phone and there is a lot of noise cancellation, all that happens, it's also an AI application. When I do video conferencing and suddenly on the video, the other side video appears to be much better than the reality, it is also an AI application. What has changed now is that people have started talking of AI as AI and started using AI in all day-to-day life. For example, image editing, video crafting, creating news, creating images, creating movies, which are basically using characters which are not real characters. And that is where the AI comes in a major way in everybody's life. Today, it is possible for one to get a message in the voice of foregone leaders. Like you can actually talk about constitution in the voice of, let's say, Ambedkar. Talk between two major leaders of, let's say, Martin Luther King and Mahatma Gandhi. And both of them are not there, but they can be actually talking about contemporary issues, wars, COVID, whatever kind of AI can actually bring in. This can be done using AI. In the voice of those leaders, one can actually convey the messages. Can we trust the AI? When I hear a news, when I hear a clip, can I assume that is actually what was said? Sometimes, yes, we would like to believe that is the message that was to be conveyed. Sometimes we know that was not said, but this is just the message that is being conveyed. And sometimes we actually fall prey to the fakeness of it, saying that it was actually said by such and such person, whereas this was never said. Or it was acted by such and such person, where it was never said. And that is where I think we have a trust to be built, and that's where ethics actually come in play. Can AI, be used for decision making? And more people are using for mundane decision making, writing letters, writing minutes of the meetings, writing captions on the movies and these kind of things. Now, all these things, when AI is actually in use, there are questions that come in is, can somebody just modify a little bit and create a havoc? And that is where ethics of AI come in very useful concept to understand.
Right. Exactly. So, as you very rightly said that these ethics are very important, that need to be taken care of. But I think that depends upon the kind of socialization or the society training its individuals to be ethical in their practices. So, what role does the mentors, the society per se, the media for that instance, to create such an environment which is making people to understand the values of ethics in AI? So, is there some kind of perspective with respect to these various social groups, the kind of messaging that is being seen these days?
I think you have actually again brought out a very important point, and that is, I'll probably correlate it with an example. These days we hear a lot of things like digital arrest. Some policeman calls you, fake policeman, fake environment, fake jail, fake investigation, calls you and says so-and-so consignment has been caught in your name, and then you are basically in a vulnerable situation, and then you actually get into conversation and somehow you are duped of your money or whatever, right? Now, government has extra step to say that these are all incorrect things, malicious attempts, and one should be very careful about it. And no government agency actually calls people over virtual channels and all that. But the fact is, these virtual channels and use of AI has actually been used in various different ways, and a lot of people have fallen prey to that. So using social techniques, using social engineering, one can be taught how to be safe about it, and a lot of good work has been done by the government in that sense. The question is, can we catch up with the malicious attempts which are being promulgated using AI systems? Because the velocity at which these malicious things actually get propagated through technology is much higher than the rate at which we can actually handle them. Just recently, there was a news item where said only about less than 10% of the cyber fraud cases, cyber crime cases can be handled. They have kind of come to the final result. Now that's a problem. That's a problem because not because that people don't want to take care of it, but because there is an issue of understanding. There is a lot of issue of understanding and what can happen and what cannot happen. Are they taking the right decision or not? And because of that, the speed of people to handle this is much slower. I think ethical AI is something that brings this at the time of creation of the thing. See, because behind every such malicious attempt, there has to be a face of a person.
Exactly.
I mean, if a person is not getting benefited, then why would, machine by themselves have no reason to actually dupe somebody. I think judicial use of AI and ethical means of AI will actually make it possible make the AI world very safe, secure, and full of innovation, such that it becomes a tool for people to use.
It was a very insightful discussion. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.